Hello and welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Worst, a podcast where we watch movie trilogies and decide which movie had a bottom that would make any toilet beg for the brown. I'm your host, Greitner, and joining me tonight...
I'm Luke Morgan, and I'm like a babysitter with 3 jobs. I don't need another babysitter.
My name's Conan, and this podcast is like it's like eating a spoonful of Drano. Sure, it'll clean you out, but it'll leave you hollow inside.
Of course, we are doing the Naked Gun quadrilogy. They made a new one, and so we're reviewing them. Boys, is it just me, or are these very American movies that didn't have any impact in Australia? Do you guys feel like that? I feel like I'd never heard anything about these movies until recently, basically. Like, I was kind of aware of them, but they had I never watched them as a kid. I never felt like they were ever on TV. I never saw them at the video store. They didn't get a theatrical release here. I don't know. Is there a cultural divide there? Or am I just imagining things?
I think so, because I feel like these are quintessential dad films, but ones that I never heard about in my house. Like, these are films I don't know if my dad liked, but ones, as I was watching, I'm like, I'm sure my dad would like this movie. But it's something that I didn't see growing up. Obviously, I feel like over the years I've seen memes from this and stuff like that. Like, obviously, there's the facepalm gif of everybody in the theater facepalming and stuff like that. But outside of that, yeah, it's something that had kind of just... I knew the name, but had never really known much about it, or it didn't seem to influence my family like a lot of other comedies from this era did.
Are you sure this didn't get a cinematic release here?
Look, all I can tell you is that IMDb only reports numbers for the US and Canada for the box office, no worldwide box office numbers.
I remember the 90s, and I remember seeing these movies.
Well, the first one was built. The first one was in the 80s, so that just rules that out.
Yes.
No, I don't know about the cinematic release. I think these movies are in the same sort of vein as like the Mel Brooks stuff, and Leslie Nielsen is one of those comedic actors who works with the guys from this, and then he works with Mel Brooks a bunch going forward. And things like Blazing Saddles, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Spaceballs, they're all like a certain type of comedy, along with the Airplane Police Squad stuff. But you're right, it's not as pervasive here. It wasn't as every home didn't have them on DVD, on VHS, or didn't play them. But I feel like these are pretty, like, people have seen these. I'd seen the first one when I was younger, and then I'd seen a few of Leslie Nielsen's other stuff, like growing up, like Dracula Dead and loving it. I remember watching it at my grandma's house. And so I'd seen this, and I definitely had seen Airplane. I don't know. I don't know if there's... I wouldn't say they were specifically American. Like, I just think maybe they... I mean, I don't know. Would you consider Get Smart specifically, like, very particularly American, like the TV show?
American.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely watched it as a kid. Like, it was on during the day on TV, so we kind of watched it on a Sunday afternoon or whatever. Like, I remember watching that when I was younger. I don't know. I just feel like I never saw anything about these movies until I got on the internet, basically.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And they probably came out at a weird time for me. Like, my parents weren't watching movies when these movies came out because they had little kids. I was too young to watch these movies when they came out. My parents probably would have considered them a little risque as well, despite the fact that they're probably pretty tame compared to modern standards.
Sort of. Some stuff. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. My daughter was watching with me, and some of the stuff I was like, she's like, what?
Yeah, fair enough.
I just like spoof parody films. It's like a specific genre that...
Yeah.
If you don't... It kind of like they depend on what you're seeing. And so if your family, or if like... I guess you're right, American cop stuff and like some of these things might not have been as common here, so the spoofs then aren't going to be as... They're not going to hit because people aren't going to see them, right?
Yeah.
If this is a spoof of specific cop films, they're not going to go and see this. So...
Yeah.
I don't know. I do feel like these were pretty common. To me, at least, or to my family, these were definitely not crazy favorites. We didn't own them or anything, but we definitely seen some of them.
Yeah, okay. Might be just my family.
And mine.
All right. Shall we kick it off with some stats?
Yes, stats.
Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad, released in 1988, had a budget of $14.5 million, made $78 million at the box office. Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, came out in 1991, had a budget of $23 million, made $86 million at the box office. Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, came out in 1994, had a budget of $30 million and made $51 million at the box office. And then finally, The Naked Gun, released in 2025, $42 million budget, made $95 million. So far, it's probably coming up to the end of its theatrical release, I'd say. It's kind of getting there. Critical reception, you got in order 76 for the first one, 65, 63 for the third one, and then 75 for the most recent one.
People like comedies.
Yeah. I mean, they're not the biggest blockbusters ever, but I think for comedies, that's pretty reasonable. That's kind of expected.
Yeah, well, I think like 75 is a pretty high score for comedy. Comedy's kind of like horror, it's usually pretty hit and miss with critics, and audiences are divided. This does seem to be universal. But this movie's had a lot of kind of feels like it's had a lot of people have been wanting it to work more than other comedies. It's sort of felt like a big litmus test of, if this succeeds, then we can still have comedies play in theaters. And so I feel like it's probably getting a little bit of goodwill from some people who just want it to function. People love Liam Neeson. But that's always been the case. Like, people have seen Will Ferrell movies and supported Will Ferrell because they like him. Even when the movie... Luke has it, obviously. He comes up, he's important figure to comedy.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, I wonder... it's already made its money
in the modern box office world. I remember when that comedy with Jennifer Lawrence,
No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings. I remember that coming out and being like, oh wow, I feel like this is the first time in a long time I've had just a straight up comedy. Anyone But You came out the same year, and it was the same sort of thing where it's like, oh, this is just a traditional good sort. That's more rom-com, but it was also just like a good old fashioned comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, watching this in the cinemas, I was just like, oh, I feel like I don't have this experience often of just going to the movies and just watching something funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, except Weapons recently, like that was very funny as well.
Yeah, that was a laugh a minute, that one.
Yeah.
I think we've had an identical conversation when we talked about The Hangover. Like, these movies kind of disappeared for a while, and then this particular subgenre, like parody movies, kind of turned into like scary movie and those, which have kind of died out as well. I'm kind of glad it's come back around to these.
They made 10 of them and just ran it into the ground. Those sort of things.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, parody movies as a genre it died because I forgot how big they were. Look, researching this, it was like the 80s and 90s. They were huge because Leslie Nielsen pretty much makes a career for about 20 years of doing this role, doing these parody comedies.
Yep.
And there's a lot of them. Like, Mel Brooks makes a whole bunch early on. Then these guys, the Zucker brothers, get in. The Wayans brothers start doing all the scary movies.
Yep.
And then after that, you've got like you got all like the X movie genre, like epic movie, superhero movie, and you like Meet Disaster movie, Meet the Spartans. That's where it all falls apart.
Yes.
You have like these two directors take over that, Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, and they pretty much make all the bad parodies that kills the genre.
It kills comedy.
Like, legitimately,
laughing all the way to the bank, no doubt.
Yeah. All the bad ones they are behind. There's a really great conspiracy theory that they don't exist, and it's this industry thing. But then it just kind of dies. And they don't we've got a Scary Movie 6 coming, I think this year or next year, but there's been a big pause between 5 and 6. And now with this, like, it's kind of sad because I think it was a really fun genre for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to see its trajectory through the years. All right, let's kick it off and get into The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. Incompetent police detective Frank Drebin must foil an attempt to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II.
It's already funny. I don't know, how do we talk about this? How do we talk about
it's comedy? Right, like, do we just quote it for the next 15 minutes and move on? Because I feel like that's probably about where we're about to go. Like, there's no... what's the high-level analysis you can do on this movie? Like, I don't know.
All my notes are just quotes and little things like, that's funny.
Him rubbing the birthmark off is very funny.
Yeah.
the whole OJ Simpson, him like walking into the wet paint, then he putting his hand on the stove, and just all these things.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, I'd forgotten pretty much everything about this movie. Even though I'd seen it, I couldn't tell you a single thing from it. So it was kind of like coming into it blind. And it was like refreshing with how funny it was, because just from the very opening scene, it's really stupid, but the joke's really funny. Like, it's slapstick, it's spoof, but it's also very clever. Like, there's a lot of just really, I don't know, sort of like observational jokes, and there's kind of, it's like absurdist before absurdist comedy became normal.
Yeah.
Like with that OJ scene, it just keeps going and it just keeps going, and he keeps falling into something and getting hurt.
Yeah.
But that's really funny. Like the whole opening scene where it's like Yasser Arafat's there with a name tag. It says, "Hi, I'm Yasser." That's like, I don't know. And they've all just got little quirks. Like he pulls one of the guy's turbans off and he's got like a mohawk. Really, really dumb, really juvenile comedy, but also kind of clever because it knows who these people were and it's making fun of them.
Yeah, and just so packed to the brim with quotes, like with jokes too. Like every other sentence is a joke. It's really like a machine gun of jokes coming at you all the time, almost a relentless way. Like it doesn't try to have a real big heart to heart moment that slows the whole thing down or anything like that. Yeah. And I was surprised watching it how often there was something going on in the background or to the side that was very funny too, that wasn't even the scene. Like they get off the plane and all the luggage is just falling everywhere and is a total disaster. And it's like it's just a tiny little scene in the background. Nobody's talking about that, but it's still funny when you catch it. I did really appreciate that about these movies.
Yeah, like there's the scenes where Leslie Nielsen's driving and narrating, and so his monologue's already funny. But then in the background, like he hits someone's like flies over his car, or there's I think it's in the second one, they're driving through Paris for some like randomly, and OJ's looking around and he can't figure out how they got there.
That's right.
And it's just this really stupid joke upon joke. So you always have something to notice and laugh at. Which like compare it to a more recent comedy, or compare it to like where comedy went.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, there seems to be more like effort, I guess, put into recent comedies where they try to really be like, here's a hilarious scenario that you can't even imagine happening, but let's see it happen. And it feels like there's more sort of like, I don't know, it feels like they're straining a little bit more. This is almost more like, it kind of reminded me a bit of Simpsons comedy, where it's just people writing something that is funny to listen to. Like it's just a quick joke. It's not deep, or as you grow, it's not trying to like be serious anyway. It's like, this is just, it's funny to hear someone say a line. It's like listening to a comedian almost.
Yep.
And then they put like a slapstick visual to it. And yeah, that is a really different way of telling jokes and like of doing comedy that for some, society shifted away from.
Yeah. I couldn't help but feel like this was like a big influence for Family Guy. I don't know, there was something about its absurdist humor and off the wall humor and like just totally out of nowhere humor that it kind of must have influenced it too. But Simpsons is another good comparison. Yeah.
These would have been super informative texts to a whole generation of comedy writers.
100%.
These guys, the Zuckers and Jim Abrams, they do this, Police Squad, Airplane. And the whole, even though Airplane is not in this franchise, it's basically part of it because it's got OJ, it's got Leslie Nielsen, it's written by the same guys, it's directed by the same guys. It's very much of the same sort of thing. And that quote, "Don't call me Shirley," is every single person knows that quote.
So much, yeah.
People who have never seen the movie, have no idea what it is, know that quote. Like it kind of, anyone who was growing up and saw that in the 80s, I think like it really shaped their comedic sensibilities.
Like anytime I've seen somebody with a stuffed beaver, I say "nice beaver," like straight away, and I didn't even know that reference was from this. So this is thunk it all these years.
I'm not even talking about that beaver either.
No.
Yeah, that Shirley line gets a lot of play, but there is so many of those like very quick one-liners where he just it's just he misunderstands what the other person is saying, and so good.
The quotes page is kind of insane. It's just endless. Like it's really it's like a marvel. Just coming out, I was like, I honestly don't know how you write a cohesive piece of like narrative with this many jokes, right? I don't know how you somehow make a way that every single line can be a joke. It's pretty difficult to do. And that's probably why comedy changed a little bit, where it shifts away into more like, jokes become less frequent and so more important. Whereas in this one, like if a joke doesn't work, it's not a big deal because in the same breath,
I mean, 10 seconds later, and you do like if that's the thing. If you're getting hit with one funny joke a minute, then the other funny joke that doesn't hit in that minute, you're not going to remember at the end of it. It's like,
that's right. So you're never going to be bored or disappointed because there'll be something there for everybody.
You got to be funny because, like, I mean, if more don't hit than hit, then you're just constantly getting barraged with bad jokes that are just like, oh my god, this is bad. But they pull it off.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys reckon there's a what? You guys enjoyed this movie, I assume.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you said it's the funniest movie ever, Conan, on your Letterboxd.
I didn't say that. I said, quote, how do they even make a movie this funny?
Oh, true.
Because as I'm saying, I genuinely am kind of in marvel of it, of how someone constructs this. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I bring up The Simpsons again, where it's just every line in that is funny because you got these guys who are just constantly trying to make each other laugh. And I can only assume that's kind of what these guys were doing, the same energy they were bringing of just, let's just think of the funniest shit we can.
Yeah.
And it really does just feel different to the comedy we have. And comedy obviously changes over times and takes on values, but
I feel like comedy in general moves away from this like absurdist sort of stuff. Like this can make jokes out of stuff that shouldn't be real. You know what I mean? Like even just the visual thing of him at the start driving the police car through all these different scenarios. He's on a roller coaster. He's going through the girls' locker room. Like he's going through a grocery shop. Like there's just these things that don't exist in reality. You know what I mean? That just makes you laugh because it's like, oh, this is ridiculous. And the new one does this really well, where it's just like so over the top. Like it's not trying to be real at all. And when you're not trying to be real at all, you can make stupid shit. Like constantly, and that's gives you so much freedom when it comes to comedy because otherwise you're bound in the construct of reality.
I guess that's it. Yeah, there's a kind of like, that's a good way to put it. Like there's an unbridled sense to it where you can do anything and say anything, and it works. Versus trying to make jokes in the confines of something. And I guess you could argue that that's harder to do and therefore more clever if it's how do you make a realistic scenario really, really funny versus how do you make this absurdist thing really funny. But
I think there's room for both though, right? Like I think there's challenge in both, and I feel like this art may be a little lost to us at the moment, although the new movie came out and we'll get to it, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to relive some of your favourite moments? Mine's got to be when he's trying to bribe the fisherman down by the dock. So it's like, have you got a 20? It'll loosen me off a bit. And they're just exchanging money back and forth by the end of it. And
he walked out with more money than what he came in.
I don't know. It happens so quickly. It's so rapid fire. It's really good. Really funny.
Yeah. Just small stuff. I like they're going through the stuff and he's like, oh, this is the evidence from that case from 2 years ago. He was innocent. He's like, oh, he got the 2 years ago, Frank. And he's just like, oh, okay, just throws it away.
Frank is a really bad cop. Like, got to be one of the worst.
I promise you, like, you know, we won't rest 1 minute until the person who did this is behind bars. Now let's go grab a bite to eat.
Yeah.
The car with airbags that he shoots is just kind of like, they keep inflating and like just keep growing and growing in the car. Just really good visual game. All the stuff where he just every time he parks the car, he just hits something and knocks something over.
Yeah.
Like the line that I wrote down that really tickled me was, "So how could you do something so evil? It was easy." And to think I spent 2 years as a building contractor.
That's great.
That and the other one is like to think next time I shoot somebody, I might get in trouble or something.
I might get arrested. I might get arrested.
Yeah. These movies were tapped onto the whole police violence issue long before
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Priscilla Presley? Because I didn't even realize she was an actress.
No, I didn't realize either. After watching these movies, I still didn't realize she was an actress. No, she's fine. I don't know.
Savage. Yeah, like she's not obviously. Yeah, she's not astounding, but I think she fits in this. Like her sort of, dare I say, lack of talent kind of fits this thing. You know, I don't know. I thought they were good. Leslie Nielsen is just he's kind of incredible in these things.
Yes.
Like the seriousness, the
Delivery of lines is really good.
Yeah, just the deadpan way he can do it all is yeah. It kind of carries everybody else.
What did you guys think of OJ? It was kind of interesting watching him in this and then realizing like the third movie is his last movie role ever. Like literally somewhere in between those two movies, he killed somebody.
Well,
allegedly.
The court says he did.
Allegedly.
He only said if he did it, this is how he would.
That's right.
I think he's genuinely great.
Yeah, he's pretty funny in these.
Really good, like actually really talented actor, really funny. It's kind of sad.
Shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, shame what he went on to do.
Yeah.
I like when he's knocked out in the hospital and Frank's just like trying to figure out what could have done this. He's like a roving gang of thugs, blackmailer, an angry husband, a gay lover, like standing next to his wife.
That's right. She's just wailing the whole time because she's just saying the most inappropriate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like talking about, like a parachute not opening. That's a way to die. Like it's just like that would have been an awesome way to die. This is no way to die.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I don't know how to talk about these movies other than just say quotes from it.
Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah, you get the extended baseball scene where he's like playing several roles. He's like the opera singer, and then he's the umpire, and then the umpire gear comes off, and they're like, "Oh, it's the opera singer again." just really stupid.
Even silly stuff that just like him going through the drawers, and he's like bingo, and pulls out the bingo card. It's just like, I don't know, silly little gag. Like
this is the one where he's like hanging on the outside of the building at the end, and he's all the statues have large phalluses, and he's pulling on them, and they're ejaculating, and all sorts of things. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on? I don't know. They're weird movies to talk about in this fashion, I feel like.
Yeah, like I was trying to think if there's anything else worth like Leslie, Priscilla, OJ. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he's Ed Hocken, the like he's I don't know, he's the other captain, the detective. Yeah. He's pretty fun in this too. He's pretty dumb.
Yeah, George Kennedy.
Yeah.
He something like they intentionally did something like sort of careful with him. He was more of a sort of serious actor doing this role. And so they were intentionally trying to get that energy of like a more, even though he's not playing this straight, he's still very funny in this. You know, something of like Nielsen's sort of comedic timing versus his like, he's not a straight man in the text. He's sort of outside of that. He's a bit more serious and sort of, you know, doe-eyed. And I know they just that really works again. Like the creators could recognize what works and how to like get the best energy out of all these performers.
Yeah. All right. Naked Gun 2.5. The Smell of Fear. Lieutenant Frank Drebin discovers that his ex-girlfriend's new beau is involved in a plot to kidnap a scientist who advocates solar energy. Ahead of its time with
these movies are, like already recognizing the need for these things and the problems with the coal industry. Like, wowee.
Yep.
Do you think these did more damage than good because people thought it was a joke? People were like, "Oh, solar power is funny."
Like where we're at in society is because of this movie. Like, they really they railroaded us.
If these never come out, it's not the laughing stock, and so people take it seriously. Yeah.
There was a weird push at the beginning of the 90s because I remember shows like Captain Planet and stuff like that came out that were very pro-ecology, you know, pro-environmentalism, but possibly not taken seriously, right? Like, I wonder what the actual end result of it was.
I mean, that's a good point. Captain Planet was really big on that. I don't know, like I said, it instilled something in us, right? Even though I mean,
Captain Planet is like a direct like reaction to Naked Gun 2. It was
there is a Venn diagram over there with
that's
Captain
in the
Planet
text.
does look like Leslie Nielsen, so just with green hair.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Yep.
I'll be honest, this is the movie of the three that I remember the least.
as you were reading the synopsis, I was like, "What was this one?" I was like, "I don't remember this one." This is the one with the cloning, right? This is the clones with the big guy.
Yeah, the doppelganger. Yeah,
the doppelganger. Sorry, not clones. The guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, the guy in the wheelchair. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of clones, Austin Powers. Austin Powers is directly styled after these movies.
Yes,
true. I can't remember if it's this one or not, but there was a couple of scenes that I was like, "That's literally Austin Powers literally does that same thing." But like Austin's whole thing, like misinterpreting all these things and turning them into sex jokes is basically just this type
with
of
silhouettes, especially.
Well, the silhouettes in the fourth one, is like a direct. It must have been inspired by Austin Powers. It's gone back the other way.
Maybe, yeah. But like, yeah, I know. Watching, I was like, Mike Myers clearly thinks these movies are great.
I think that's the closest thing you can like compare it to. Actually, I think Austin Powers is a very good correlation to that.
Thank you. I'm very clever thinking that.
You are.
I wrote a lot of things down about this that were funny. Even though you're right, this one's like the plot of all these kind of blurs together. Like they really are unremarkable in their narrative. It's just meant to it's just here for laughs. But I wrote down a lot of stuff from this.
Like what?
Do it.
All right. The lobster dinner at the beginning. Very funny. The quiet breasts that seem to say, "Hey, look at these." Then that continues into, "Yeah, she made me think of my mother, all right." The sketch artist drawing her, and it's like Dennis from
Really
Sunny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. About 6'3", he says that's an awfully big mustache. And it goes on. Probably the funniest quote in any of these though is he's like, "She wrote the book on sexual dysfunction. I'm sure you've read it." To Robert Goulet. I lost my shit with that quote.
I found it funny, the one where he's like, that's the red light district. I wonder what he's doing here. And Ed is like, "Sex, Frank?" And he's like, "No, not right now, Ed. We've got work to do."
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I could go on. The OJ under the car keeps getting stuck under things and dragged around. Really funny.
That's his karma.
Do you think, these movies, because he's kind of not the butt of the joke, but he is like the I don't know. He's the Mario Fennec, to use a footy show reference. Like a lot of jokes are at his expense, where he's getting hurt or he's getting shot in the first one. In this one, he keeps getting stuck.
His wife. They were like, "Let's embarrass this dude as much as possible."
Well, is he like, "Man, I'm not the laughing stock. Why do they keep doing this to me? I could be better than this." And he gets so angry that eventually he just.
Are you saying these movies caused a murder as well? Like,
I'm just raising the question. I'm asking
in society when it comes to renewable energy and a murder.
I just think they're more influential maybe than we said at the beginning. I think maybe these movies honestly derailed society for the better and the worse. They made comedy.
Had movies like these for a long time, and now they're coming back.
Because the funniest movies ever were made, and they can't surpass that. And so their comedy died because they're like, "We'll never do better than the Naked Guns."
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
You might be right.
Yeah, I don't have much for this movie.
I really don't.
This one is
this one even to me lacks a big set piece that I can remember. Like I remember the baseball scene in the first one. We'll get to the next one because there's a scene I really love in the next one. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'll just keep on going then.
Keep going.
Right, I was just gonna say, keep going. I haven't had this much sex since I was a Boy Scout leader.
That's hilarious. When she's going in a fridge and she just climbs into her fridge and he has to pull her out. That whole protein shake she's making, she's putting like sausages in it and all, just keeps going and going. When he asks about the clone, and she's like, "No, nothing seems different except he's a foot taller and left-handed now." Really funny. The guy puts the hose in his mouth. Like the villain comes into his he tries to break in when they're in the apartment, and they get in the fight, and he like shoves the hose in his mouth and basically just fills him with water, and then you hear him pop in the background.
Yeah.
Hardcore. And then OJ at the end, like in the gunfight, he builds the tank, and he's just got like this anti-aircraft tank assembled. Fine.
Saying, your coat, sir, and he's like, "Yes, it is, and I have the receipt to prove it."
That's good stuff.
But
I mean, like, yeah. There you go.
I don't know. I feel like this one, I maybe should have paid more attention, but I felt like I was just confused. I was like, oh, I don't know what's going on here or who. Like, it didn't invest me in it. This one much. So I was just like, I don't know, and it's not that memorable to me.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this one is as funny as the first one almost. Like, or maybe not. I guess close to. Like I said, I just found there was a lot more jokes where I was like, "That's really funny. I should note that down." The first one is better, but it's not. I don't think it's like a noticeable decline. You know, it's a lot of comedies. Like the first one is something special, and the second one is a really poor imitation. This one's like these feel kind of a piece. Like, yeah, it's maybe not as good and not as memorable in its narrative, but like I don't know, still just a joke. 5 jokes a minute, all the sort of same sensibilities. Never feels like they're rehashing anything that much. It's never like, oh, we've seen this. It's just like, no, it's just more from the comedy books. Like, you know, it's like they've just written down 1 billion jokes, and the first movie is a huge chunk, and this is another chunk. It's not like they're just going, okay, how do we rewrite those jokes and reference them? I just think sequels nowadays, and I'm sounding like an old man now. Comedy, especially comedy ones, are always like, how do we redo the same stuff but like mention it and riff on it? And it's like, oh, this is the scene from the first one but done differently. There's not really any moments of that where it's like they're clearly just rehashing that plot. It's like it's a different plot that doesn't matter. It's the same energy because it's a cop film. But there was never a moment where I was like, oh no, this is just the stuff from the first one. They're lazy. It doesn't feel lazy.
I don't think it's lazy. I don't know. Of the 3, in my opinion, it's the weakest.
Crazy.
But
Crazy.
Do you not think it's the weakest of the 3?
Spoilers, no.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spoilers, all right, I'll get into it.
all right, Naked Gun 33 1/3, the final insult. Frank Drebin comes out of retirement to help police squad infiltrate a gang of terrorists planning to detonate a bomb at the Academy Awards. I really like this movie. The sperm bank scenes were very funny to me. Like him going into that little room and just the noises that come out of there, and him coming out looking very dishevelled, or coming out with 6 containers of man milk. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That one was very funny.
I think it's funny before he goes in there when he's talking about him and his uncle.
Yeah.
Like in the,
That's
in the
right.
backyard.
Yep.
Because I just couldn't go as long as he.
Yeah.
I don't know why I found the opening in this movie so funny. Just that
The
like,
opening?
his nightmare thing, his nightmare of just all the different and it's
Just
the Pope and the president.
Yeah.
That is the best. That's
And
probably
a
the best.
suicide bomber.
Yeah.
And there's like Nordberg's throwing babies in the back. Like,
Yeah.
It's like football
touchdowning.
yeah.
It's just I was cracking up like from the opening. I was like, all right, I'm back. This is funny. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Though that was like the best. The opening scene is like the best opening of any of them.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes of any of them. Like,
Yeah.
you're right, just the constant. Like, yeah. Oh no, it's the Pope.
He's just like,
Oh, it's really good.
he's just, and then and it's disgruntled postal workers.
Disgruntled postal workers.
They're all there with machine guns. That was good.
Oh, shit.
That was good.
I mean, even the whole conceit of just there being so many babies trying to get up and down these stairs, like, there's got to be an escalator or an elevator somewhere for these women, like,
4 or 5 babies.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Really.
Comedy gold. That automatically makes it better than the second one. Sorry.
All right, look, you're convincing me.
Right.
Yeah.
I can finalize the convincing you. The Academy Award scenes, I really like those. The fake movies they come up with. Fatal Affair, one woman's ordeal to overcome the death of her cat set against the background of the Hindenburg disaster. Final Proposal, one courageous pioneer woman's triumphant victory over bulimia set against the background of the Donner Party crossing. Basic Analysis, one woman's triumph over a yeast infection set against the background of the Buffalo Bills season of 1991. I don't know, those just had me cracking up so much. And the deadpan delivery by what's-his-face, who's been around forever.
Yeah.
Just really, really good.
Oh, Yes. Yeah, no, you're right. The whole Academy Awards thing is really funny. And just Leslie Nielsen getting in there and being like, and I didn't say one more thing.
Yeah.
And then he launches into his tirade.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
The whole prison stuff is pretty funny. He gets in and he's like, got to infiltrate that the whole thing, and then he just starts like the chant. And he's just like, "Hey, what do you call this slot?" It's like, and this Chateau LeBlanc 68 is supposed to be served chilled. What do you think we are, animals?
And they're getting rid of the dirt. And they're just like, there's more dirt than I realised. And the home plate mound's like 2 stories high, and they're eating dirt, and it's.
That's right.
They've got
It's
the
real
mannequins in
silly.
the cells that are just standing there. And they're like,
Yeah.
the guards and
Time for bed, boys. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, look, you convinced me. It's good.
Yep.
The only other things I had was there was one part where it has the GoldenEye sound effects. It's like you can hear some guards getting knocked down. It's literally got like the death sounds from 3 of the GoldenEye characters. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And there's a Beavis and Butthead reference in this as well, which is weird. I don't know. I guess I forgot how big of a cultural thing that was.
That is huge.
Yeah.
It was.
This movie, I think, has the best one-liners as well. Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes. Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Classic.
They are very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. The stuff he says, like as he's narrating, like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Conan, have you changed your mind?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
We got a whole other movie to talk about. But
Nothing else you want to say about 33 and a third?
I really think I love the naming schemes of these things. Like
they're pretty fun.
33 and a third.
Pretty fun.
It's just something about it, like the way that movies now are so carefully analyzed and studied, and like they change the names of films to be like I don't know, Ballerina changed from Ballerina to From the World of John Wick.
Yes.
Colon, Ballerina. Because, stuff focus groups like, but a small demographic of men won't understand that this is related, so they won't see it. So we need to make sure we see it. And so everything is so scared to be a part 1 or everything is a part 1 or part 2 because they know they'll sell it. But it's also scared. Remember when Dune was like, they didn't tell you that was part 1, and then Wicked never said it was part 1, and it's because they were like worried people wouldn't get into it. Exactly. Having this just be like, this is Naked Gun 33 and a third. Some people would say that.
I haven't seen the other 32.
Like, where's the other 30? Yeah.
That's right. They'd be like, whoa, what is this? I don't understand. But they just, that's the joke.
I thought I skipped a bunch. I was like, oh man, where's the other ones? I missed them.
Longest trilogy.
Doesn't have them.
Longest trilogy we've ever done in our lives. It's just, it's a small thing, but it's like, they're sticking to the jokes so well that even the naming scheme is a joke. And
yeah.
I can't imagine it really affected their business, but honestly, nowadays this wouldn't get through. Like they wouldn't let a movie be called this because they would be worried that it would be worried that 18 to 49s wouldn't fully understand it, so wouldn't see it. That's sad.
Yeah. Jane saying you came highly recommended by our last therapist, and then he's like, "Yes, it's a shame to hear about his suicide."
The whole concept of them like trying to fall pregnant when he's just retired is it's just very, very silly.
Yeah.
Like not well thought through. Anyway. All right.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. The Naked Gun 2025.
Wait. We skipped that. He skipped that he thought Nordberg was the father at the end.
Yes. Because
he went into the wrong room.
That is funny.
Which there's a line as well when he congratulates Ed. He's like, I heard Edna's pregnant again. And he's like, yes. And I'll wait till I find out who did it.
Yeah, if I catch the guy who did it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, The Naked Gun 2025. Only one man has a particular set of skills to lead police squad and save the world. Liam Neeson, hey?
Already referencing that he's in Taken. Like that's fun.
Yeah.
So obviously this was the first from this series that I'd seen, because I watched this movie first and then went back and watched the original trilogy. Conan, did you watch this the way it was meant to be seen?
Yeah, I watched the originals before seeing it.
Yeah, okay. I had a hoot.
Why wouldn't I? What kind of sick bastard wouldn't do that?
I know. I had a hoot watching this. I thought this movie was hilarious. I went and watched it with my best friend as well. Podcast boys, like we like to go to the movies together, me and Grana. So we went and watched this, and
we did the naked
weapons.
We did the naked weapons back to back.
Yeah,
back to back
exactly.
viewing of the two biggest movies of the day.
We went through a lot that day.
I'm sure you did. You bonded, and you guys have never been closer since, have you? Yeah.
But yeah, like
shit.
Going into this, not having seen any of the originals, obviously I'd seen some of the previews and stuff like that, so I knew it was a bit ridiculous, but I didn't realize how sort of over the top ridiculous it was. And just from even like the opening scene of the bank heist, and then the little Girl Scouts girl and him just taking the mask off and just stretching out, and just all the kills in that scene as well. I was just like, this is gonna be fun. I was like, I'm in for a ride here. It was really good.
Yeah, same deal. I saw this with a friend of mine. My best friend, who I like more than you guys. Who I'm gonna start a better podcast with him actually. To go die in a hole. But yeah, we had a laugh. Like we had, I don't know. It wasn't a packed cinema. I wish it was. I think this movie was incredible in like a packed out house.
I was expecting it to have like a Top Gun Maverick effect. I thought the oldies would come out for this movie, and there wasn't many people.
Was your cinema quite subdued? Because we had that. I kind of wish that we had a cinema that was really into it. Instead, I just had to have a sensible chuckle to myself rather than a outrageous laughter with everyone else. But
yeah, I saw it at a late screening on like a weeknight. So there was a few people, but it was, I don't know, 15 or something. It was a small cinema, but like there was a few people. And so it was definitely like a few jokes me and my friend were laughing at and other people weren't. And it was like, it felt like some people weren't quite in the rhythm of it at first. They did get there eventually, but, we laughed at, 80, 90% of the jokes. The other people maybe laughed at 60%. But yeah, I think if it's a packed house and everyone's there to have fun and where comedy becomes infectious, it would be kind of amazing.
I think you're right.
But yeah, this feels like the perfect kind of sequel or like Lego sequel. As in, Akiva Schaffer seems to really know this type of comedy. Like 1/3 of The Lonely Island, they know parody really well. They know this comedy in their bones. They've made a career of it for 20 years. This feels like a Naked Gun movie. And like Liam Neeson's he's literally the perfect casting choice. He is the serious actor who's found this niche as a comedic sort of satire of himself. He's got the delivery. He's got the look. He's kind of he's just the perfect successor to Leslie Nielsen in so many ways.
Even the names are like so similar. It's weird. LN. I don't know. There's a connection there.
Maybe they're secretly father and son in real life. I don't know.
Could be.
But everyone's really good. Like Pamela Anderson is a really great casting choice. I think she's really good in it. Paul Walter Hauser as the Ed Hockin Jr. is fantastic.
I love Paul Walter Hauser. Yeah. I really do.
He's great. Yeah,
CCH Pounder is a really funny choice for the chief. I don't know. I just kept imagining Dennis's impression of her from Always Sunny because that's the main thing I know of her. But yeah, I wanted to see her unleash on Frank. We never quite got there.
But like this movie never does. It never goes down the path of being like, because CCH Pounder is obviously it's an intentional choice to like cast a strong black woman as the highest ranking member of this office, right? And there's a couple of moments where I'm like, are they going to go down the woke path? Are they going to be all like, are they going to make lots of jokes about the fact that times have changed? And they never do. And it's really good because they never really get lazy with it and never be like, I can't, isn't this funny how back in the day we were all white men and now we're not all white men? Like there is a joke there for you to read into, but they don't make a deal about it. So it's the comedy never gets lazy and top fruit. Yes, yeah, and they never. it never bothers being like, oh man, Liam Neeson's old, haha. Times have changed. It doesn't do that. It sticks to the actual comedy roots of just making really funny, absurdist jokes constantly, showing slapstick stuff. And that's a problem. Like that is a problem that most of these Lego sequels have, where they usually end up just making the same joke over and over again. That we're doing the same thing over and over again. Look how funny we are for knowing that we're doing the same thing.
They pay good homage to the original too. Like I like that they're all the sons of the original cast, and we even get Nordberg Jr. Like he goes up to the picture of OJ and is like, "No, I'm good."
The best.
Yeah, I'm going to memorialize you. Man, Liam Neeson is great in this. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've seen him in any other comedies. I think this is something he's just starting to branch out into. But like, I'm like, we should have had this for years now. Like his delivery, like his deadpan delivery sometimes on some things just had me in stitches. Like I love the conversation he's having with the bartender, and the bartender's like, my brother, you shot him in the name of justice. And like, killing thousands of people. You shot him in the back because he ran away. Hundreds, unarmed, 50. He was white. Oh, you're Tommy Royler's brother. How's he doing? It's like, you kidding? Bad.
Yeah.
That's great. And when he's talking to the chief about like, the whole conversation where he's like, what? We can't do that. Like you're going to arrest me, a police officer.
The police going to arrest the police?
Yeah. Oh, what's going to happen next? She's like, I'll get you. And he's like, yeah. And he's asking Paul Walter Eisen, like, is he serious? Is he serious? He's just like, no, he's not. He's
yeah. The coffee gag is one of the best ones. Just constantly getting them.
You get giant ones, and they just throw the other ones out. Yeah.
Another clever observation of like police procedurals now. That probably wasn't as big in the 80s, but it's like it's parodying what we've had since then.
Yeah.
Lots of good scenes. I really like he's like trapped in the electric car, so he shoots out the window, and then the balloons come through the window, and then bees come through the window, and then replacement glass comes through. And then Clippy saves him. Like, just a really good escalation all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quote a bunch now.
Yeah.
When she's like, I've been drawn to the hill since I moved here for college, and he's like, UCLA, and she's like, I see it every day. I live here. The Richard Kane walks up and he's like, Lieutenant Drebin, and he's like, me too.
There are so many funny ones. Beth Davenport's whole career is I write true crime novels based on fictional stories that I make up. Yeah. It's really funny.
Take this chair with you.
Yeah, that's a good
chairs at home.
You know what? I will take it. You can't fight City Hall. No, it's a building.
Here's a good one. Like an idiot's completed jigsaw puzzle. Yeah. I was being frank.
Good.
Pamela Anderson's singing like scat too was pretty funny. Like her jazz singing while he's down in the basement fighting. It had shades of the Yaz flute from Anchorman for me, but it was pretty good.
Some Yaz.
And then there was we talked about it earlier, but the silhouette gag where he's looking through the window with the thermal goggles, and it's obviously a homage to that scene from Austin Powers, but then it kind of takes it to another level. Like the scenes that they are playing out in silhouette are quite raunchy, even compared to what the dog gets involved. Yeah,
he's just watching him like, oh my god, this guy is so good. Like we need more silhouette gags. Like really, that's what we need in their life. You know, they hit every time.
I was in stitches during that scene. Like I was falling out of my chair. It's funny because like he keeps cutting them talking, and she's like, "Wow, this oven really is filthy." He's like, "Yes, we joke about it, but that would be very unsanitary to cook in it."
Yeah.
This is Cherry Roosevelt, fat bozo chowing down on spaghetti.
So then how does Richard Kane just keeps running with it, and he thinks it's the real name.
Yeah,
Miss Fat Bozo chowing down on spaghetti.
I don't know why. That was in the trailer, sort of thing. I just love the. It says here you did 20 years of man's laughter. Must have been quite a joke. It's good stuff.
I don't know, wordplay. It's just really funny. It's like,
I appreciated the extended like joke about his TiVo being filled with episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and her connecting it to the internet and causing them to expire. And then he's like listing episodes, like you're going to miss the musical episode and Quiet, and I was like, oh my goodness, someone really liked Buffy.
Yeah,
Actually going deep on this.
This was a personal experience that happened to somebody
Yes,
that wrote
100%.
And I was so angry with the X that overwrote all of their Buffy episodes that I need to vent this somehow. The champagne from Bill Cosby's private estate.
man.
Good stuff.
Did you know that men's sperm counts are historically low across the board? I wouldn't put them across the board. I have a Bon Jovi t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Don't we all?
See, it's funny. A joke like that is funny, but I'm also like, who is that for? And I don't know, like, jokes don't need to be for somebody. But it's that kind of thing, like, who's the audience of this? I don't know. Does a young audience know who Bon Jovi is?
There's a few jokes that are not for young audience. Like, Clippy being in this is like, that's specifically for us, right? Like,
us, the older people.
But then, I guess. But then also, like, we're also not. We weren't the demographic to see this movie, but see the originals either. Like, we did, or I did, but it's. I'm not even saying this is a criticism or anything. It's just that I did find there was a few jokes in this that didn't land. Whereas in the original trilogy, overall, it's like even the ones that don't land aren't because they were bad jokes. It's just like that one just wasn't so funny. This one, there were a few like active attempts to get a laugh that didn't really hit for me. And I didn't write any of them down because I was too busy.
Damn, I would like you to repeat one of them.
Yeah, okay. All right, sorry, I didn't realize you guys were seeing a 5-star masterpiece together. It must have been such a great time. See, this is the magic of cinema.
It's just the audience you're with, you know.
You see, when you see movies with your best friend, your only other friend who's exclusive in the cinema, and you're having so much fun together. All you
apparently
remember is
you
the
went
good
with
parts.
your best friend, so
yeah,
don't be throwing that shade.
Yeah, I did because my other, who I thought were my best friends,
you have a standing invite to travel
me.
7 hours to come to the movies with us anytime you like.
You have a standing invite to come to Sydney. We can't come to Sydney.
Anyway,
we're scared of Sydney.
Obviously, I feel like it's the same in the other ones, though. Like, I feel there may have been a joke or two that missed, but nothing that I recall where I'm like, oh, that was not funny. You know what I mean? Like, I got to the end of it, I was like, that was a funny movie. Like, I want more movies like that. And yeah, so yeah, and I mean, there was stuff I didn't laugh at in the other three as well, though. You know, so. Yeah,
sorry, I won't say a bad thing about this movie. Sorry.
Please don't.
I'll say the fourth wall breaking at the end didn't do it for me. It didn't make me want to whip out the Bon Jovi t-shirt or anything like that. It was just fine. It wasn't that great.
Refresh my memory.
So they're like all the police officers and everyone are like at a resort because he's been put on probation or whatever. So he's on paid leave and he's at a resort with his wife, and then all of a sudden everybody freezes and the credits start rolling, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, have you been watching us the whole time?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The paid leave thing is pretty funny. Like, it's just a holiday for police. That's a pretty good joke.
It's just a party.
It's just having fun. Yeah. How awful. Yeah,
Dave Bautista, though, that was funny.
Yeah, Bautista showed up with his body double.
His bizarre, his random thing.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. And a good runtime, 90 minutes.
All of these movies, just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Knock them out in an afternoon, not a problem.
Just breeze by.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic came back as well.
Yeah.
That was a good callback.
Yeah, we didn't mention him because he has that weird cameo in the first one, and then
he's in all of them.
He's in. I didn't know.
Is he in the other ones as well?
Pretty sure he's in all of them in one shape or form. Yeah.
He's in the third one at the Academy Awards. He's there.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah. That's right.
But yeah,
correct.
But that's the thing. I watched this one first. I was just like, that's so random. Weird Al Yankovic. Then watching the first one, I was like, oh my god, this is a running joke. This is great. He's always been there.
All right, we're going to rank them.
Yes.
Do we do that on this podcast?
We do sometimes. This is a hard one for me to rank. I'm going to go by what movie I would rather watch again. And I think I'm going to go 4, 3, 1, 2. Is probably controversial.
Mine's 4,
Wait, is that best?
1, 3, 2.
Best to worst, 4 being the best. Or 4 being the one I would like to watch again. 4, 3, 1, 2.
Right.
4, 1,
1 and 3 are
2.
like interchangeable though.
Yeah, 4, 1, 3, 2.
So you guys hate number 2.
2's the bottom.
You guys just really hate
It is the one I fell asleep during.
It's just because you have sleep apnea and shit.
It's probably part of it. Yep.
I'm just looking at my letterbox rankings. Doesn't really help me at all.
No, you can't.
I
Trust
would
them.
yeah.
They're crazy sometimes.
I would
Sinners.
no. Sinners is not a 5-star film.
It is, but anyway.
It's fucking, oh my gosh. You even know what 5, it's like you just throw 5 stars out.
Oh, it's like you don't use the whole scale.
I do use the scale when it's appropriate. A movie that needs 5 stars gets 5 stars, but a movie that's not a 5-star film doesn't get 5 stars.
Okay.
And it's just 1 star better than K-pop Demon Hunters and Frozen the Musical.
That's a big star. That is a big star's worth. 3.5 to 4.5 is a pretty big gap, man.
Okay. Anyway,
like 2 to
what's
2.5
your
or
ranking?
something.
What's your
Shit.
ranking?
1's the best. It'd be 1, and then I'd probably put 4. I think 4 is a real breath of fresh air. 1, 4.
Oh, I thought all them jokes.
Look, you guys convinced. Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't know why I bother with this. 1. No, screw it. 1, 2, 4, 3. Yeah, 1, 2,
3
4,
at the end.
3.
We convinced you. We were talking about 3 so much.
Not anymore. Not anymore. You sack of
Disgruntled
shit.
postal
You
workers.
sack of shit.
Conan. Oh,
Nah, 1, 2,
postal
4, 3.
workers. And the post.
Go die in a hole.
Using your rankings for revenge is a big part of this podcast.
Yes. It's all made of
buffet
spite.
of dicks.
All of our rankings are spite. Fair enough.
All right. Conan, you're up next. What are we watching for our next trilogy?
Watching Blade. I was going to try to wait until we eventually got the Marvel Blade, but that's literally never going to happen. So
Never ever going to
is
happen.
We're doing the Wesley Snipes Blade films.
I mean, there's only ever been one Blade, and there'll always only ever be one Blade.
Always be one Blade. That's right.
I've never seen these movies.
Neither.
Really?
I've never seen
Really?
Yep. I
I
know.
feel like these were essential 90s viewing.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I feel like everybody else had seen them for sure.
Yeah.
Not me. Not this
So
guy.
we do these 3 and we do Deadpool Wolverine again? Because
No.
we get
no.
the Blade. No? Okay.
I won't be watching that steaming pile of
Not
Come on,
necessary.
Channing Tatum's Gambit is pretty damn funny.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Well, I was positive about that film, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Yes.
You were.
Anyway.
All
But
right.
I'm not watching it again.
Thanks for joining us for The Good, the Bad, and the Worst. We're always positive about films. This podcast was brought to you by The Taste of Iron and The God Grotesque by one Conan Clark. Check it out on Amazon. Catch us next fortnight for the Blade trilogy. Give us a rating on iTunes. Tell your mum about us. And thanks for listening.
Peace.